NASA is planning to use Starship to return to the moon, to return people to the moon. So we're very honored that NASA has chosen us to do this. It's a general solution to getting anywhere in the greater solar system. It's not suitable for going to another star system, but it is a general solution for transport anywhere in the solar system. If you say, like, what's required in order to get enough people and enough cargo to Mars to build a self-sustaining city, and it's where you have an intersection of sets of people who want to go, because I think only a small percentage of humanity will want to go, and can afford to go or get sponsorship in some manner. That intersection of sets, I think, needs to be 1 million people or something like that. And so it's what can 1 million people afford or get sponsorship for, or because I think governments will also pay for it, and people can take out loans. But I think at the point at which you say, okay, like if moving to Mars costs, for argument's sake, $100,000, then I think almost anyone can work and save up and eventually have $100,000 and be able to go to Mars if they want. We want to make it available to anyone who wants to go.
Yeah.
And very important to emphasize that Mars, especially in the beginning, will not be luxurious. It will be dangerous, cramped, difficult, hard work. It's kind of like that Shackleton ad for going to the Antarctic, which I think is actually not real, but it sounds real and it's cool. It's sort of like the sales pitch for going to Mars is it's dangerous, it's cramped, you might not make it back, it's difficult, it's hard work. That's the sales pitch. This thing, human civilization could come to an end for external reasons like a giant meteor or supervolcanoes or extreme climate change or World War III, or any one of a number of reasons. But the probable lifespan of civilizational consciousness as we know it, which we should really view as this very delicate thing, like a small candle in a vast darkness. That is what appears to be the case. We're in this vast darkness of space, and there's this little candle of consciousness that's only really come about after 4.5 billion years.
Yeah.
And it could just go out. Tesla is a publicly traded company, and the investor base of Tesla and SpaceX and certainly Boring Company and Neuralink are quite different. And Boring Company and Neuralink are tiny companies. Just
right. By comparison.
The audience may Tesla's got 110,000 people. SpaceX, I think, is around 12,000 people. Boring Company and Neuralink are both under 200 people. So they're little tiny companies, but they will probably get bigger in the future. They will get bigger in the future. Every good hour or even minute of thinking about Tesla and SpaceX has such a big effect on the company that I really try to work as much as possible, to the edge of sanity, basically, because Tesla's getting to the point where every high quality minute of thinking is $1 million to impact on Tesla. So, I mean, the basic, if Tesla's doing, of a sort of $2 billion a week, let's say, in revenues, sort of $300 million a day, 7 days a week, it's there are many instances where a half-hour meeting, I was able to improve the financial outcome of the company by $100 million in a half-hour meeting. It would be very problematic if I was consuming, billions of dollars a year in personal consumption, but that is not the case. In fact, I don't even own a home right now. I'm literally staying at friends' places. If I travel to the Bay Area, where most of Tesla engineering is, I stay in I basically rotate through friends' spare bedrooms. I don't have a yacht. I really don't take vacations. It's not as though there's that my personal consumption is high. The one exception is a plane, but if I don't use the plane, then I have less hours to work. SpaceX, Tesla, Neuralink, and Boring Company are philanthropy. If you say philanthropy is love of humanity, they are philanthropy. Tesla is accelerating sustainable energy. This is a love of philanthropy.
Right.
SpaceX is trying to ensure the long-term survival of humanity with multi-planet species. This is love of humanity. Neuralink is to help solve brain injuries and existential risk with AI, love of humanity. Boring Company is trying to solve traffic, which is hell for most people. I really want to make sure that there is a good future for humanity, and that we're on a path to understanding the nature of the universe, the meaning of life, why are we here, how do we get here. And in order to understand the nature of the universe and all these fundamental questions, we must expand the scope and scale of consciousness. Certainly it must not diminish or go out, or we certainly won't understand this. So I would say I'm motivated by curiosity more than anything, and just a desire to think about the future and not be sad, And I mean, I'm feeling, I guess, relatively optimistic about the future these days. There are certainly some big risks that humanity faces. I think the population collapse is a really big deal that I wish more people would think about, because the birth rate is far below what's needed to sustain civilization at its current level. We need to take action on climate sustainability, which is being done, and we need to secure the future of consciousness by being a multi-planet species. We need to address it's important to take whatever actions we can think of to address the existential risks that affect the future of consciousness. Well, I think if you want the future to be good, you must make it so. Take action to make it good, and it will be. As far as my predictions are concerned, what tends to happen in the media is that they will report all the wrong ones and ignore all the right ones.
Right.
When writing an article about me, I've had a long career in multiple industries. If you list my sins, I sound like the worst person on earth. But if you put those against the things I've done right, it makes much more sense. So essentially, like the longer you do anything, the more mistakes that you will make cumulatively. Which, if you sum up those mistakes, will sound like I'm the worst predictor ever. AI and robotics will bring out what might be termed the age of abundance. Other people have used this word. And that this is my prediction, will be an age of abundance for everyone, ensuring that the future is one that we want, is to more tightly couple the collective human will to digital intelligence. The issue that we face here is that we're already a cyborg, if you think about it. The computers are an extension of ourselves. And when we die, we have like a digital ghost. All of our text messages and social media and emails, and it's quite eerie actually when someone dies but everything online is still there.